Hey guys, I wanted to make a guide on how the King is Watching handles wave generation and how you can make custom waves and even spawn in some units that are not officially released but are still in the code. So first you'll want to navigate to the Steam library where you right click the King is Watching demo, you go to installed files, uh, click on browse the local, and in here we'll want to go to parameters. The main files that we're concerned with is Wave preset village and Wave template village. Um, we'll want to back them up because we'll be editing them. So just make a folder backup. Yep, you got to backup just in case something goes wrong. Um, let's just make another copy that we can edit. You know what? Uh, so we have the backup. We'll now be able to freely edit these files without the fear of crashing. So there's a small issue with normal editing. If you go to Wave templates and open it in Excel, some of the generation gets turned into a date and you cannot turn this option, and the first line of text that's in Russian gets turned into the gibberish. So to alleviate this issue, I go to just Google. Uh, I just found a random editor that works with it. I'll use that one. So for it, I'll just upload the Wave preset village into it, and just make a second one that has the Wave template village. So you see the first line is in Russian and the Wave template is no longer displaying a date. So let me quickly translate this. Okay, so we have the files translated. To generate the waves, the game only has the ability to generate 26 waves. If you add more or delete some, the game will crash and no longer be able to generate anything. So for the first wave, it generates on week 12 and it takes the ID from the wave preset village file and it looks into wave preset ID and sends this wave as the first wave. Uh, for the second wave, it has the option that's random to choose between 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll have this option in the prophecy, and it will randomly choose between these 4 waves to present to you as an option to choose from. And for the medium waves, it's between 5 and 8. So that's the possible options to generate for the medium waves, and for the hard waves, between 9 and 19. So 9 and 19, that's the options to generate. Um, other uh, notable thing for generation is this. This essentially means we take the waves between 1 and 4, we choose random of those, and also we take an extra between 5 and 8, and we send both of them as one wave. So that's for the 10th and 11th encounter. It also start generating on later waves like that. Um, but if you want to generate, so if we want to spawn in extra units, uh, instead of um, the unit name that's originally here, we can put in our own units that can be either friendly or enemy units. Okay, for example, we can uh, take a random unit, for example, Goblin Lizard, and make it generate as the very, very first unit. And we could then change the amount of them that spawns, so it would be 10 then Goblin Lizards as the first wave. Um, you could also add in a couple of your own waves. Um, there's one unreleased unit. Additionally, you can edit um, uh, which wave IDs get rolled for the wave. So, for example, on the very first prophecy, the game randomly chooses 1, 2, 3, and 4 3 times for the easy wave options. Yeah, so we could actually change this to be like only the 20th wave. And 20th wave would be Goblin Pigs, Goblin Wallbusters, and a Shaman. Uh, you can play around with it. You could, for example, make your own wave. Just make sure that the strength of the wave is not 0, because the game crashes if you leave it blank or make it 0. You could add like goblin lizards, like 1 goblin lizard. Let's just also add some goblin bandits. Uh, Goblin bandits. Uh, okay, 1 goblin lizard, 5 goblin bandits, and let's add goblin shamans, 5 of them. So that's how you create a custom wave ID. So you can use it by just typing the wave ID that's on the second column in here. So when we'll start the game would uh, attempt to roll these our custom wave as an easy wave. Additionally, we can edit on which week the wave spawns. So let me just like put some random low numbers to make the waves spawn in a little faster when we are testing out the game. Just a bridge wave. If you want the list of all the possible units, you go back to your game installation folder, and here we go to local, localization, CSV, and we'll look for group units. Oh, there's a space bar after the column. Group units. That's the entire list of available units to spawn in. Just copy the part after the unit tile, and you can spawn that unit in. The more notable ones that are not official in the game are Zombies Cart, a Goblin Builder. This one might crash the game because it's kind of the same with some other unit. The Reaper, that's an old boss that might have been planned to be in the demo but hasn't been released. And we have the endless mode units, the Red Eye boss, Sun-faced boss ish, and the Goblin Rider, as well as the Mushroom Warrior, um, which you can only get from the encounter. So I'll just take a Mushroom Warrior and try adding it as my very first wave to get it instead of the reinforcements. Okay, let's just add a custom wave. That's the power, not 0. We have Mushroom Warrior. Let's just add 10 of the Mushroom Warriors. I guess for the showcase, we can also add the Reapers instead of our custom 37 wave. Let's just add 1 Reaper. We do not need that. Shamans, no shamans. Okay, we have a custom wave of 38. That's going to be spawned at 38. 37 will be our Reaper wave. And they just showcased the 39th one. That's Goblin Wife Boss. So just 39 in the usual wave, just to showcase how it's generated. After you edit these, you can just download. Okay, I have the files downloaded. That's our custom waves. Let me just look. Okay, so we have our custom waves, and if you want to enable that, we can go back into our game folder and go back to parameters, wave presets village, and you can replace them since you have a backup, that so nothing goes wrong. I just launch the game to test out if everything works correctly. And just play. Okay, so that's our custom weeks. We have 10 mushroom warriors coming on week 3. They spawn like regular enemies. Unfortunately, if you want the rewards for that, all of those units will have to die. Or you can garrison them if it's units that you have barracks for. So that's the custom unit that's coded in the game, but not implemented. So yeah, have fun exploring your custom waves.